heard some awesome sermons preached about this. People have preached, well, that means God don't want things mixed. I've even heard pastors say that that's what that means, so people shouldn't get married to somebody outside of their race or their culture. See, when we lack understanding, we would say stuff, myself, I'm included in this, that will have y'all doing stuff, and it's even hard for us to do it. But we even hear y'all doing it. It is because we lack the full understanding. I'm gonna give you, think about this. When you was a child and you saw tree limbs outside your window, and to you, it's a monster. Can't nobody tell you that's not a monster, because look how it's crawling outside your window. From your perspective, it's a monster. But somebody that goes outside the house will see, oh, no, that's just a tree. But if somebody climb on top of the house, they got a different view. And if somebody's flying in an airplane, they got an even higher view, so they see way more than what you can see. And when you learn to sit still and be quiet, it breaks attachments off of you in the spirit realm that you don't even know that exist. These etheric connections, energy cords, they're siphoning energy from you. And that's why many of you tired and drained and feel burnt out, because you got so much stuff just siphoning your energy. Way down. But when you begin to clear that up through just sitting still, quiet, freeing your mind of all thoughts, this when true warfare happens. Because your mind gonna tell you you stupid. Your mind gonna tell you to get up. Girl, you know you need to be cooking. This is when everything, all these crazy thoughts gonna come to your mind, but sit anyway. Sit still. Just sit there. Just practice doing it. 5 minutes a day. Just set your phone for 5 minutes every day. Just sit quiet and sit still. Even if you're sitting at your computer, you can set it to where your mind is no thoughts. You have no thoughts. No thoughts. But anyway, back to what I was saying about the linen and wool. The real truth about that is because linen and wool are the highest frequencies. Has the highest frequencies of any material on this earth. These are natural occurring substances, linen and wool. Both of them have a frequency of 5,000. You can heal your body. You will accelerate healing just by wearing linen. It amplifies your electromagnetic system of your body. And see, some of you didn't even know you was a walking battery. You do got a negative port and a feminine port, masculine and feminine energies. This is how your electrical system works. And so, but they were commanded, the priests of the Bible was commanded not to mix the two together. Why? Because if you were to put the 5,000 and the 5,000 on you, it can literally kill you and cause your electromagnetic system in your body to collapse and shut off, and you burn out and you die. This is just only one. I mean, page after page after page after page, the revelations and the mysteries just leaked off. Because I said yes. Because I said, let folks think I'm crazy by leaving church. Because I said, let me be crazy by removing myself from the system. And because I said yes, I opened myself up to receive. But it's not because I'm special. Every single one of you listening tonight, if you begin to clean your temple, dietary. See, some of you don't even know what you eat actually affects how you feel. Like garlic and onions. Yes, it's medicinal, but you don't understand that it affects your nervous system and can make you less sensitive to enjoying life. And so you guys, I don't want to just dump all this stuff on you. I got so much. That's what I'm saying. You want to be with me every time I go live, all of my videos. I'm just going to release all of this knowledge to the world. I'm going to release it to the world. And see, the thing is, it's not just me. I'm so grateful. I had a cousin who awakened around the exact same time that I did. And it was relief because I'm like, now I got somebody to talk to. Because who else I'm going to talk to? You start talking to church folks, they going to think you crazy. They going to think it's the devil. But anyway, I don't even know how long I had you guys on here. Oh, I done had y'all on here quite a bit. Thank y'all for even sticking with me this long. Y'all love me. But guess what? I love y'all too. Do anybody have any questions or anything that they want to ask? But I'm going to be on here tomorrow night again at 7. And this time I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to be more organized. Let's just put it that way. I'm going to be more organized. I'm not just going to shoot it off at the hips. But any questions? Hey, everybody. So, anything? Y'all come in. Show your girls some love for coming out the closet. Yeah. So, but definitely, y'all want to tune in. If you know pastors, I'm not scared. People that know me know I'm not the intimidated type. Let pastors know, because I want them to know what I know. I want them to share it with their congregations. I want them, and if any of you guys want me to teach or come, I'm willing to do it. This is so how open and free I am, you guys. But anyways, I think I said enough. Okay. Erica said, so how do you know when you come out the closet? I came out the closet because I'm coming live. I'm telling everybody my secrets. Okay, let me explain this. This is how you may know that you're waking up. I think this is the question that Erica may actually be asking me. How do you know if you are in the process of having a spiritual awakening? This is what I experienced when I began to awaken. The first thing, I started noticing everything. I started becoming aware of the clicks. I started becoming aware of, and that's not in the Bible. I became aware of how mean and bitter, and even though I wasn't seeing freedom. I wasn't seeing, and I started noticing stuff. So you may be there now. You may just be noticing stuff. Another thing, you may be at a point where you just get sick of church. And you may believe, somebody may convince you that's the devil. No. And in my case, it wasn't. No. So you may be, you question yourself. Another thing that happened, my diet changed spontaneously. My body literally started rejecting meat and junk food. I haven't ate meat in almost 3 years. And no taste for it, no desire for it. And you couldn't tell me 5 years ago that Crystal wasn't going to eat no pork chops. You weren't going to tell me I wasn't going to eat my chicken. I don't even like it. It's not even a temptation for me now. So your diet would change. Like most people that I know who've had an awakening, they either became a vegan, they became a vegetarian, something. Their diet changed. Their taste for certain foods just changed. Another thing, for me that happened, and I've heard other people say this, they started noticing numbers, 1111, 911. In my case, I seen 911 everywhere. Every time I would look at the clock, 911, 911, 911. I could be driving a car. I pass by a sign, 911. I pass by a car, 911 on the license plate. I'm like, where am I? You don't see this. It got to the point, I'd be like, Fred, guess what time it is? He'll be like, 911. Yep. This is how frequent I started seeing numbers. Guess what? It's 11 viewers online. Don't go 11. I was seeing 11s everywhere. 911, 911. Some of you may be saying 1111. The reason why you are noticing these numbers, whereas you haven't noticed them before, is because now you are becoming more conscious. You are becoming more aware of things around you. And so let me think of another thing. Okay, my diet changed. I started questioning everything. Trying to think, Erica, did I miss anything? Just so many things. Oh, I'm missing out a whole lot. Another thing that led to my awakening, I stopped watching TV. For some reason, I just didn't want to watch TV. But guess what? A lot of you don't know TV is called television programming for a reason. It's called church programs for a reason. Programming has to do with your mind, and that shapes the way you think and what you believe. And when I cut off watching television, it freed my mind to think for myself. Now I don't have these people telling me what I'm supposed to think and what I'm supposed to believe. Because everybody and their mama trying to tell you. You couldn't have convinced me that I was asleep. Like many of you online. People couldn't convince you that you're asleep. So when I had this awakening within me, I mean immediately, everything changed. Now I have no enemies outside of me. None. None. I mean, there is absolutely nobody I dislike, nobody I got ill feelings for. Why? Because when you are seeing within yourself, when your consciousness expands and it rises, those things fall off for you without working. You don't even have to work to remove them. They automatically fall off. Addictions will fall off. So that's why my diet was changing without me even being aware. It's because my consciousness was rising. I would just sit quietly for hours. And as I would do that, you will feel, I'm gonna tell you, because some of you, if you try, you will feel a jerk within you. About the 45-minute mark, there will be a tug. And I'm actually going to share Benny Hinn's video because he says this is the secret to his healing. Catherine Kuhlman, this is the secret to their healing, you guys. They both claimed that they would sit quietly and sit still for how long it took. Catherine Kuhlman, she said she never went out to preach to people until she felt that connection. Around the 45 minutes mark, for me, that's when I feel it. And when you get there, what it's doing is literally going through your energy centers, because you have meridians all across through your body. This is how, when you breathe, this is how the circuit, how it flows through your body. The currents flows through your body. And so this tug that you feel is literally removing emotional blockages. Things you've been attached to, things that you've been worried to, things you've been anxious of. It's removing it. And this is what Jesus was saying, it's not by works, lest any man shall boast. Because this knowledge has been hidden from you on purpose to keep you control of the powers that be. But your girl is coming out. Your girl is going to help y'all become free. I'm going to tell y'all things you ain't never heard so you can be free here. And when you can become free here, you're going to be free out there. But anyway, I think I have spoken. Okay, I got a question. Why is it hard to simply just meditate? Because you've never been taught to be still and be quiet. We always been taught to go. Think about the church. Isn't it always having programs? Isn't it always something going on at church where you never have time to just sit? Because you keep yourself so busy. You keep yourself just busy, where you always got to have noise. You always got to have music. When you don't even understand, there are certain frequencies of music that is wreaking havoc on your body and your mind. And some of you that's still online, I have to say this because I told you all and I shared about the mystery of the Christ within you. This actual substance in your spinal cord that goes up, and of course, is not called that in modern term. We call it the spinal fluid. I'm gonna just say spinal fluid. But before then, it was called the chrism. And what it does is literally rises your consciousness, Christ consciousness. And so the true war that's going on, the antichrist, is those that are against Christ consciousness. They want to keep you dumb, passive, not thinking for yourself, so they can keep feeding you poison, lies, to keep you depending on them. But I'm gonna be the Black Harriet Tubman for religion. Come on, if you want to be free, let me help you escape. You better come on so I can help you escape. Okay, any other questions? Anisha said, I feel like I'm there. Everything you have said except for TV, not me for a year. If you haven't had a spiritual awakening, I'm telling you, because since we were born, we've been programmed. Don't do that, that's bad. Don't do that, you could do that, but you can't do that. We've been programmed since we was born. What we can and can't do. You never had the opportunity to think and choose for yourself. You was always fed somebody else's fear. Because it was their fear, they made it your fear. And you took it. And each time you took it, you descended. God said you here, and he said you're good and you're very good, but because you keep eating what they telling you, you keep descending. I'm unworthy. I'm a wretch undone. I'm all these different things that you're telling yourself. But guess what? You don't understand when you say, I am anything, you're saying God is there. I am broke. You're saying God is broke. I'm going to leave it at that. Because like I said, I have so much. Let me see any other questions. Anybody else got any questions? I don't think so. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to be sharing all kinds of videos, all kinds of stuff. So you definitely going to want to be tuned in to me. This girl says, so what was the purpose of the 10 commandments? Thank you. I'm so ready for questions. Anybody got any questions, please give them. The Bible tells you that the Old Testament was a shadow of things to come. Everything was a shadow of things to come. Even your Bible in the book of Jeremiah, the prophet Jeremiah tells you that there was coming a time when God would write his laws in your inward parts, in your mind and in your heart. Why is everything being directed into our body? Why is everything being directed back into us? The kingdom is within. Your body is the temple. Present your body a living sacrifice. Because Because the dying, the death, burial, and crucifixion of Christ happens here also, within you. The love story of the whole Bible is happening inside of you. The Bible is only given to you so you can learn how to work your inner technology called a body, which you're not. You are, your body is the chariot. Your mind is the horses, and you're the driver of the chariot. You're the one that's sitting on the horses, the mind, and directing the mind which way to go. Only when you become a spiritual Jew. Until then, you are not in possession of your mind. You are not in control of your mind, and you think you are. Marketing tell you what to think. Marketing tell you what to buy. Advertisements tell you what to buy. I know, because I'm a marketer. I know the techniques we can use and people use. You guys, your body is amazing. What I'm telling you is why folks could live 900 years. Because when you ascend to Christ within you, and it hits the pineal gland, the pineal gland possesses melatonin and DMT. And it regenerates the blood. It causes everything to become regenerated inside. But the more you do it, the more you go within yourself. The more you meditate, the more you go within yourself. See, this is the tree. So you didn't know your spinal cord, the way it branches out? This is the tree. So the happening is not just physical out here, but it's a happening inside of you that Paul wanted to tell you about the mystery. Think about it. Why all through the Bible, where is the mystery, parable, dark saying, secrets? What is the big secret? What is the secret that everybody keeping from me? Why is there secret societies? What's the big secret? I'm telling you, there's a mystery about your body that you've never been told. But I'm going to tell you. But anyways, hey, baby, I love you too. And my hubby. Anybody else got anything? Because if not, I'm going to jump out because I'm getting hot. Anybody else? I love you guys. And I'm so happy to see my old church members, my old church friends, classmates, folks I went to school with, just everybody. I'm just happy. Anybody got a question? Have anybody heard any of this stuff that I've said? Have anybody heard about a pineal gland or a third eye? Anybody? Anybody? Say yes or no, so I can kind of feel y'all. Anybody hear about a pineal gland, a third eye, kundalini? Maybe you heard of the kundalini awakening. Have y'all heard of any of these terms? You're going to hear some scared folks. You're going to hear people that don't have a clue what they're talking about telling you it's demonic. See, because that's what church folks do. If they don't understand something, we'll demonize it. Oh, that's demonic. How can anything in your body be demonic? Think about it. I've heard, you go to YouTube, you'll see many Christians talking about how the kundalini is demonic. The third eye, opening the third eye is demonic. You don't want to open your third eye. See, this is a natural thing that's supposed to happen to your body naturally. See, nobody did this for me. I didn't go anywhere. I was just sitting quiet at home. And it naturally happened to me. Because I started questioning. That's a clear sign that you are starting to go back online. You start questioning stuff. Most of y'all don't question anything. If your pastor said it's got to be it because he or she is the mouth of God. So you ain't gonna question. So I begin to question. So this process is supposed to happen inside your body naturally. But what has happened? Fluoride. Fluoride is put into your water on purpose. Fluoride calcifies your pineal gland. And when your pineal gland is calcified, you cannot raise your consciousness. Because the media told you Colgate with fluoride will brighten your teeth. Advertisement. So who's thinking for you? Are you thinking for you? Or is the media thinking for you? That's why fluoride is placed in your drinking water to calcify or to dummify you. This, my friend, you don't even realize the Antichrist is being played out right in front of you. Antichrist against Christ consciousness. A happening that's supposed to naturally happen inside of you. And so you still go to church. No. Woo! You doing all this, but no deliverance. No freedom. You scared of everything demonic. You critical of everything. You judging everything. If you want to be free, if you want to be free from that mindset, that lifestyle, I'm talking about free for real, start meditating. Sometimes, some days, if I ain't going to church tonight, I'm just going to meditate. I'm going to sit quiet and sit still like the Bible actually tell me to do. Many scriptures tell you to meditate. But we thought we just add a little music to it. So just learn to sit quiet and still. You might be amazed what get downloaded into you. I'm sorry, y'all. I guess I'm eating the hair from my weed. But anyway, so you got all this happening in your body. So when your pineal gland is calcified, you don't hear nothing. You hear, but you don't hear. You see, but you don't see. Isn't this what Jesus said? I'm finna ask a question. Because we always quote scripture, but we ain't quoting the right scriptures. Doesn't Jesus, in the Bible, there's a time where he's talking to his disciples away from everybody else. And they begin to question him and say, why is it that you speak plainly to us, but to them, those that are without, you speak to them in parables? Jesus said, it is not for them to know the mysteries of the kingdom. Why? They have eyes, they see not. They have ears, but they hear not. But I know the word. I know the word. That was me. You couldn't convince me that there was something else other than this. You couldn't have convinced me that there was another level where you can actually grow from going to church to becoming the temple. Becoming the full embodiment of the manifestation. Where you can go from being a son of man to a son of God. Because now your consciousness have expanded. And you don't view God over here and you here. I see God everywhere in everything. So how could I hate you and be mad at you when you're God? All through the Bible, we quote scripture. Oh, don't you know you're the body of Christ? Do you really believe that? Because if you really believed you are the part of the body of Christ, you wouldn't look at God as way over here in heaven somewhere and you way right here. David said, it's in God, not outside of God. It's in God I live, move, and have my being. is inside of God. See, you've been limiting your God. Your God is very limited. If you believe you got to wait till you die and go to heaven to meet your God, to become one with your God, you've been taught you gotta die. You gotta die first. Have you ever wondered why you can talk to a plant and it come back to life? Why is it? People that got green thumbs know what I'm talking about. A plant could be just totally dead, but you start speaking to it. Why do it come back to life? Because there's no separation between you and that plant. That plant is an extension of you. See, you thought that this was it. That this is me. You are extended outside of your body. Your consciousness far extends outside of your body, but is limited because you haven't raised your consciousness. You haven't raised your perspective. And see, didn't David say, I want to teach you what is the breadth, the width, and the length of the love of God. He's speaking in dimensions. You are a multi-dimensional being, but you've never been told that. You, my friend, are multi-dimensional. So that's why when you read the Bible, if you don't raise your consciousness, you only reading it and understanding it from the dimension in which your consciousness exists in. Have you ever read a book and you read it, came back and read it again, and you find something that you didn't see at first? And you're like, I done read this scripture many times, but I never seen this. Why is it? Because now your consciousness is in a different place. But there's a level where it's even higher than that, where you can see the bigger picture, the bigger plan. See, you've been fighting over the Bible because you didn't understand that that wasn't the conclusion of the story. That the story is still being played out inside of you. That all the prophets pointed to a day where the law of God will be inside of your heart and in your mind. And because, see, we weren't born in a culture where we were taught these things about our bodies and all this type of stuff. There's a reason pharaohs were called gods, because they transcended from being a son of man to a son of God. And they had the mindset. This is why Jesus was called Christ, because he had that mindset. I count it not equal. I count it not robbery to be counted equal with God. I and my Father are one. But we don't talk like that. And then he continued. He gave a continuation. He said, I'm only the first fruit of many brethren. Meaning, if I and my Father are one, so is it with you, because you my brethren. Oh, I'm loving this. It feels so good to release this stuff, you guys. But I just want to, am I by myself? Have any of you guys heard any of this? Anybody? Please comment. Let me see. April Chapman said, I have always believed we were spiritually connected to everything, trees, animals, earth, etc. Me and my children talk about these things often, but I've never really told anybody else our beliefs. That's why I'm coming out, because I know so many of you dealing with stuff. I know it. Some of you, even pastors, sick of it, knowing there's more to it than what they've been told. But everybody's scared because they don't want to be seen different. What if people gonna think? People gonna think I'm demonic. People gonna think that. I don't care what y'all think. I've transcended that. Not in an arrogant way. I see all of us as one. I don't see any difference. I've moved to a point, I don't see this physical. I look past it because I see us as one big body, one big. Because I know from experience, when I projected out of my body, I was in my body and I was out of my body when I had my awakening. How could I be two pieces in one? Oh, because you rule and reign on every dimension. And now you came to earth school. So now you can rule and reign on the third dimension. But because the frequency and the vibration is so low, you've developed amnesia and forgotten who you are. But when you begin to raise your consciousness, you remember, me and my Father are one. And when you get that revelation and that realization, the Bible says you will have no need for any man to teach you anything. When the spirit of truth comes, and then it says it will set you free. April said fluoride and chloride. You guys, I'm going to give you practical tips. I'm going to give you breathing tips. I'm going to give you so many tips to raise your consciousness, to free your mind, to take back control of your mind. I'm going to give you all these different things. I'm going to give you some keys that you ain't never heard before. Especially if you got anybody sick, paralyzed, I don't care if they sick or whatever, you want them to be on the show. You want them to be on the show. You want them to come on because I'm going to show you and teach you how to heal yourself. You've been depending on everybody else to lay hands and heal you, and then you got this. You got some stuff in your body that you only using 10%. All back to Christy. The 10%. The 10%. The 10 Commandments. The Bible lets us know that all of these things are shadows. It was pointing at something to come. It's sort of like a logo for a business. A logo isn't the message of the company. It's a representation to let you know kind of what the message is, but it's not the whole story. When you look at the business plan and you look under the vision and the mission of the company, then you will see the message. When you look at the whole picture. But you can't just look at a logo. You only got a smaller piece of what the whole identity of that company is. We've been just going off this book and not fully understanding. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to bring this. I'm coming hard. As y'all see, I ain't scared. I'm not here to convince anybody of anything. My whole purpose for being here is to set you free. Because it feels good to be free. It feels good to be free. So, thank you guys. I see y'all still hanging, so y'all must y'all receptive. Any question? Hey, LaQuenta. And so you guys, I mean, when I say I have been on a journey, I have been on such a pilgrimage. I'm going to share more as we go on. I'm going to share more. And I'm not even bold. I'm not even scared to tell y'all this part. It came to me that I am a love letter to humanity. I was sent. This time I descended for the purpose of coming in this particular time as a love letter. I stuffed myself in a time capsule package called Crystal. And I cooled myself up. And I had it set for a time-sensitive moment when I would awaken and present myself to the world. This is that. I'm a love letter to humanity because you've been so hard on yourself. Everybody been hard on you. You've been telling yourself. You've been judging yourself. You've been critical of yourself all these things you've been suffering. But I come with a message, and not just a message, keys that I'm actually going to hand to you, each of you. And you will actually be able to see whether or not it works. I can help change your entire life in 21 days. Give me 21 days. Work with me one-on-one. 21 days. If you do what I say, your life will never be the same. Whatever you can fill your cup with, you will express it. You will see it manifested out here. David said, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. Why? He filled his cup up with praise and encouragement. So when you begin to go inside and fill your cup up, it's going to spill over into your external reality. But anyway, hey dear, I'm finished for today. I've been online for almost 2 hours. I guess, hour and a half, 2 hours. So, but anyway, do anybody have any more questions? Anisha said, when you say 10%, I thought of tithing. Okay, let's go back to the 10%. I know I'm scattered. Like I said, you guys, I had technical difficulties before I came online. I had stuff organized, the notes that I was supposed to do it. But y'all know me, I flow. I just go. It don't matter to me. And so the 10%, let me show you and tell you what the 10% is symbolic, was a shadow of. We only use 10% of our brain. It's a given. Just research it. Scientists will tell you we got way more capacity, but we only using 10%. When you meditate and you shut off the 10%, take no thought, you are tithing. Think about it. Me and y'all go to church. Ain't nowhere in the Bible that anybody tithe any money. And I hear church folks say, well, they didn't have money back then. Skip. That means you ain't read your Bible. Because obviously they did. They told them, commanded them that when they had large amounts of animals to sell it, go to Jerusalem. And that's why they had money exchanges on the temple. Because this was something that they continuously did over and over and over and over. So it was pointing towards something. The Bible even tells us in the New Testament that those things were allegory and pointing at something that was to come. So when you shut your mind off in meditation, doesn't Jesus say, when you pray, close your closet door, go within, shut the door, go within, shut the door? It's talking about going within in meditation. Going within yourself. How can you know yourself? You would not know yourself if you don't go within. You will begin to understand, hey, how am I observing my thoughts? I'm not the one thinking these thoughts. You begin to notice thought streams being fed into your mind. Where are these thoughts coming from? I dare you to start trying to meditate. You will see what I'm talking about. Your mind will go crazy, baby. But persist. Sit there anyway. Do it anyway. Every day. I dare you. I dare you. I double dog dare you. Your life will change. But don't do it with expectation. Why? Because the emotion, it goes back to emotions. It's called emotion because it's energy in motion. There is no difference between money, which is currency, and your emotions, which is energy in motion. To get the money, you must set your mind to become a frequency match to money. So when you become abundance within you, you will see abundance outside of you. Money just come to me. All I got to do is I give it to myself. I go within myself in meditation and I see myself giving myself money, and money show up out here. See, I'm telling y'all secrets already that you ain't never been taught. You ain't never know. And this, my friend, you've been holding a dangerous weapon called a Bible. You've been given a weapon, but then never been taught how to use it. You thought on a lower level. See, while I'm talking, if anything I'm saying is making you offended, ask yourself why. What negative belief is there that needs to be uprooted? Negative mindset. And you wonder why you broke. Because if your internal thermostat is I don't have, I can't afford, I don't know, all these negative stuff, you are filling your cup up with poverty. And don't be ashamed or don't be amazed when you see it outside of you. Because life is only giving back and serving back what's inside. So, but anyway, y'all good. Y'all know I can go on and on and on. But anyways, do anybody have a question? Do anybody have anything they want to say? If not, I'm gonna be through for real this time, you guys. I'm gonna be through for real. Anyway, thank you, baby, for keeping the kids. My husband literally took the kids away so I could have the whole house to myself to come before y'all today. Because my kids, baby, they would have been all in here. But I miss you all. I love you all. Now y'all understand why I had to exit the stage. I had to. It was necessary. It was vital for me to pull back. I didn't pull myself back. It was because I was born for this. I was born to get this message, to release it to you. And what you do with it, there's no attachments. There's no emotional attachments on my end. If you take it, you do. If you don't, you don't. If you call me crazy, you call me crazy. I'm free. I'm free. But you want to be here tomorrow night. What am I going to talk about tomorrow night? You guys, when I say I got so many diagrams, I got so many practical tools that were given to me concerning so much, even dealing with children, just a whole lot of stuff. But tomorrow, let me see, what am I going to talk about? I'm going to go more into detail how I have changed since I've had my awakening. I'm also going to, let me see if I'm missing anything. I don't know. I'll let y'all know. I'll put it on Facebook what I'll be talking about tomorrow night. But look, you guys, if anybody's online, I got to get all this stuff out. If you are resonating with anything I'm saying, and you say, you know, Krista, I want to help you. I want to be a part of what you're doing. I want to help get the word out, because this ain't about nothing for me. I'm whole and I'm complete inside. And I'm ready to share it. And I know what I have can help a lot of people. If you want to partner with me, if you want to volunteer, I'm going to be doing events. I'm going to be doing just a lot, just so many things. If you want to partner with me, if you say, Crystal, I want to help, just let me know. Inbox me. Text me for those that got my number. We got to get this out. We got to get this out. And this is the time, because 2020, perfect vision, perfect balance. This is what we're coming into, you guys. This is a very good time. A very good time. I'm going to share with y'all the extended message that I got on tomorrow night about why this is an important and it's such a beautiful time. For those that got the mindset of the non-Jew, this ain't going to be no pretty time. Why? Because your mindset is steeped in negativity. It's steeped in doom and gloom. It's steeped in judgments. And you've never been taught that you magnetize and attract like energies, attract like energies. That's why crazy folks keep being attracted to you. You have something within you on the same frequency of that individual. This is why drama keeps following you. Because if you dramatic up here, see, a lot of times we're not even aware of the stories we tell ourselves. Man, I'm going to tell y'all something. When I had my awakening, oh my goodness, I didn't realize how negative I was. My thoughts were so self-defeating. I can't do that. How am I going to do that? That's too hard for me. These were my thoughts. These were the thoughts that I was telling myself over and over. And that's why I did. That's why it took me 3 years just to do this. It took me this long to come to do a video because I had to reprogram it. I had to reprogram all that I can't do. I don't have. I'm less than. I'm inferior. Now I got the mindset of a Jew, a spiritual Jew. One that Paul said is one inwardly. I am the chosen one. I am God's chosen. You are too. But you have to claim it. Nobody can claim that for you. And don't get mad at somebody that chooses to claim it. If you choose to say, oh, my, and see, we've been taught by the church that if we talk highly of ourselves, we're arrogant. You need to fast. So we go through life hating ourselves, disliking ourselves. Because we don't want to seem arrogant. I can't say I did a good job, because if I say I did a good job, you're going to think I'm arrogant. No, it's called confidence, baby. It's called self-love. And self-worth. These are foundational things that we've never really, a lot of us, never been taught. We taught if I do something, then gotta be happy. If I do something, then a man will love me. If I do something, then my friend will be cooling down with me. We always got this mindset that I got to earn it. I got to do something to earn it. Meaning I'm not good enough now. I'm not qualified now. But I came with a different message. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. But anyway, I did it. It's my first night. I'm excited. I will be back on tomorrow night. And I'm going to make the video where you can come back and see it again. Because I'm actually put it on my YouTube channel. I got other videos on my YouTube channel that will be released as well. And some are already there. But you guys share this video. Share. But from here on out, especially starting tomorrow night, I'm in teaching mode. I'm not finna preach nothing. I'm finna teach. I'm gonna be in teaching mode starting tomorrow night. And I'm coming hard. So definitely meet me here tomorrow night at 7. So anyway, bye. Love you guys. Hasta luego.